up, everyone? So I just wanted to come on really quick and make a quick message, pass on this quick message of just gratitude and strength, and just to remind, the song Automatic by Miranda Lambert is playing right now, and it's just like so fitting for the energy that I am just grasping onto, because the shit's hit the fan here for me over the last couple of days, and I'm not one to normally ask for help, because nor I don't even try to like complain, because I don't like to spread the fucking mess, right? So, but I needed help, and I reached out and asked for help, and I got shut down and by a couple people, and some people weren't in the space to help me, and other people could have helped me, or the other person could have helped me, but chose not to, and that's fine. Everybody, I shouldn't have, in the past I've had, it was just a lesson, I could have had, when I've had more, I should have done different things with it, but I wasn't educated enough to do the right things with the money whenever I had it. You know what I'm saying? So, today I'm in a different frame of mind, and I'm not even mad at anybody, right? I'm not. I see my lesson as far as like my circumstance, and knowing my part of how I can learn to educate myself so that I don't have to ask anybody for help in regards to my finances, right? And so anyway, long story short, everything is working out. Everything is falling into place. And it's not because all of a sudden I came up with all the money, okay? That is not the reason, okay? Because I haven't. But what has happened is that I have looked upon my past, right? And I have remembered, I have all these like, all this proof in my own personal life of how God has shown up and has pulled me through, right? And how it started was just by asking for help, right? Like taking action, not being stuck in fear, right? Because circumstances pertaining this, going without, like not having money or whatever, like being down to the nitty gritty, it's like would have thrown me into full on panic mode, to the point of like where I would have possibly begged, people that I knew weren't safe to take money from, right? Or any kind of assistance at all. You know what I'm saying? So today, I don't know, over the last few days, I've just been really embracing and even congratulating myself, right, for just acknowledging the work that I've done on myself, right? And I'm not saying like I'm walking around here healed or anything, right? No, like that's not, I feel like I will forever be healing, right? And but as far as like playing the victim or thinking that my life is over, that part is done. What helps is when I help myself, and then in return I also help others, right? And it's like carrying that message, of hope and strength, right? Like when you're down to nothing, like God is up to something, and that statement alone has been proven true too many times. God never brings you through anything that you can't handle. And you're probably like me, where that God thinks you're a lot more badass than you may have embraced about yourself. But you know what? This current situation that I'm in, I'm embracing the fact that I'm a fucking badass. Everything is okay. Everything's gonna be okay, right? And I'm just grateful for the tool. Yeah, bitch, that's Suki Waterhouse, sorry. Okay? Listen, they're talking about how, people BS on the internet, right? People like show up with these like fake smiles and, like they act like they have everything together. You're never going to see that from me. I know I ain't got it all together, but you know what? I live my life a day at a time, and some days I have to take it a minute at a time. And I got some tools that when I fall off the beam, or I'm feeling a little out of sorts, that can like bring me back onto that beam, and I'm grateful for those things, and I'm grateful that I've had as much practice as I've had using those tools, because something like what happened over the last couple of days, could have taken me out had I not been so solid in the foundation of who I am, in my relation and reliance on my higher power, who I choose to call God, right? And gratitude is fucking magic, people, right? I don't care what the circumstances, there's always this like silver lining, right? And there's no need to hide in fear when something that's challenging is happening, that maybe it is bruising your ego, because like I've been sober for 20, coming up on 24 years, right? A lot of people that have been sober that long, and even less than that, have gotten a lot further ahead financially speaking than me, but I've also had to like go through some things, I've like, my child, has had health issues. There's just been a lot of things back to back to back, I've gone through many lessons very publicly, and a lot of people have looked down upon me for it, right? And possibly even, well, not possibly, I know, a lot of people judged me for it, and looked at me like I was less than. And it's all good, because something else I've learned is that I am not what people think of me. I am what I think of me. And what I continue to build, is strength. What I have is courage. It's like, these last few days, I would have been like a nervous wreck in the past, like let's say 20 years ago, right? I'm like solid. Like, look at me. Like, I'm freaking I got a faith that won't quit. And that's what my struggles over these last years have taught me. You fall down, but you fucking get back up, right? You get back up. There's always a way. You just have to be looking for it, right? There's always a lesson, and then you take that, and then hopefully you don't have to repeat the same lesson, right? You take that wisdom the first time, but I don't know, if you're anything like me, you might have to repeat a lesson or two, a time or 2 or 10, and it's all good, because look at me now. The shit's hit the fan, but I'm not taking a shit, I'm not having a shit fit or anything, like it's everything's going to be okay. Everything is okay. And I'm going to just continue to encourage you to build that relationship with yourself. 21 guns. Sorry. Green Day, man. It's so funny because I even had his coffee this morning because I filled up my gas tank and I got a free cup of coffee, and he's got coffee out now. I forget what it's called, but they sell it at 7-Eleven and it's good. But anyway, gratitude is fucking magic, people. And you don't get to be solid in who you are and what you're doing without doing the work, right? It's not anything that you can copycat. It's something that's either in you because you did the work and you put it in you, or it's just not there, right? It's not anything you can fake. Never be ashamed of where you are, because God's got you there. To show people that you can still make it no matter what, under any circumstance. Like, there's never a reason to give up, ever. Do it alone. Let him laugh. And don't get mad at him, you know? One day they might need your help, and they'll be able to watch your videos and get it. Anyway, I'm just being a smart ass there, but anyway. Embrace your lessons and embrace your pain, because that's where your power comes from. I love you.